Hi, this is Abhiram. So I just finished reading this book, The Brands and the Brain by Arvind Sahay. So first of all, let me just say who Mr. Arvind Sahay is. So in the first page of this book, you can see that there is the introduction. So he is a professor of marketing and international business. He has completed his MBA from IIM Ahmedabad. He has done his chemical engineering from IIT Kanpur. So he's a very experienced individual to talk about the brands and the brain. He has done his whole career in this field of marketing and international business. And throughout this book, you will see a lot of amazing examples of brands on how they have capitalized on the brain operating principles and they have captured a share of the market or how they have made a place in the customer's mind. So this book begins by our Maggie, like example of our Maggie brand. So it starts by stating how the Maggie was banned and how their marketing had kept their brands alive in the minds of our consumers. So the very starting of this book, it starts with like on June 5, 2015, Maggie, a popular brand of Indian noodles consumed as a snack, was banned. So from that, this introduction of the book is just perfect. So you just get into that zone of thinking about, we all experienced that, right? When the Maggie was banned in India, and all of a sudden there were tweets and there were in Instagram like we miss Maggie, this and that. Okay, so this book starts from the example of Maggie when our in our India when Maggie was banned. So it starts from there and how Maggie still maintained their market share by properly utilizing their brand. And throughout this book, we will see a lot of examples of how different companies, different brands are still holding on to the minds of the consumers. So there are six brain operating principles that are explained in this book, and throughout the book, these six brain operating principles are linked to us understanding different concepts of the brand, and that is how this book goes. Now, something that I really noticed while reading this book was I noticed that there were a lot of notes. Like if you see at the end of this book, there are notes. Like in a lot of book, there are notes. So it just made me think how hard it is to write a book like this. Like there are so many examples of different companies, different brands, and how their particular marketing had brought different results for them, and there are a lot of links to a different studies if you want to look. So there are like links to a lot of things here. In total there are like 453, yeah, 453 references notes to check out if you really want to look into something. So that is something that really made me think like how hard it is to write a book like this. So much value in each chapter, every 2 3 pages, every pages you are like there's something to think about, and you're like, wow, this is amazing book. So that is how I feel about this book. So this is a book that I actually picked out from the library here in Kerala, Trivandrum. So I actually am planning to buy this book because I actually need to read this in more detail than I did this time. So I'm actually trying to figure out in detail more things. So I need to keep this book at hand. So I'm gonna buy this book after this video is published, obviously. And other than that, like, if you are someone who is interested in branding, if you are someone who is interested in understanding how the brain works, so I really think you will really benefit from reading this book. So throughout this book we are thinking about how our brain is functioning, how our certain, like, how we think, how certain ads have certain impact on our brains, why I like this ad more than this advertisement, and why is it that i I picked up this book over some other book, or why is it that when I went to shop I went for shopping, I picked up Maggi noodles, even though there were 9, 10 other different noodles out there. So, if you're interested in knowing just why is it that we pick out the products that we do, if why is it that we like certain brands over certain other brands, if you like to think about these things, I think you're really going to love this book. And I also actually noticed that this is one of the IIM Ahmedabad business books. So maybe that is a brand I need to look into next time I'm buying a book. So maybe there are a lot more books to look into from IIM Ahmedabad business books, right? So yeah, so that is all about this video. So this is the first video of this new year. Though the month is almost ending, I think there are 6, 7 days, I think. So I do plan on posting more videos this year. So this is the start of this year, the first book that I'm reading, that I have read. So I'm going to buy this book and I'm going to go into more detail. Maybe not post much regarding this, but I'm going to read more books, and I'm definitely going to buy this one book because I have to keep this one with me. This is a really good book, and I also came to know that he is writing another book, so that is maybe something I need to look into. So yeah, that is all for the video. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching this whole video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye bye.